Angkor Wat. Angkor means city, Wat refers to monastery. Angkor Wat was built by the king Suryavarman II, who ruled the country between 1113 to 1150. Angkor Wat originally was dedicated to Vishnu in Hindu. The original name of the temple we call Baram Vishnu Lok or Parama Vishnu Loka. This rainbow bridge now under restoring by Japanese. The project comes through UNESCO. Angkor Wat dedicated to Vishnu. Angkor Wat was used as a mausoleum temple of the king Suryavarman II. Angkor Wat facing to the west. The main entrance of Angkor Wat on the west, the first causeway, the first walkway across the moat, 250 meters long, is represented to the rainbow bridge that stands between earth and heaven. When you cross the rainbow bridge, you are at the heaven of the gods. The main entrance on the west, there are 5 gates. The middle one for the king and royal family to get in the temples. This statue we call Tari, the statue of the Vishnu. This statue was made in Angkor Thom about 70 years after Angkor Wat was built. Then they moved to install here for the people who believe Vishnuism, who believe Hindu. They could worship, they could pray, they could offer their offering. Second walkway of Angkor Wat, 350 meters long, represented to the second rainbow bridge that stands between the first level of the heaven to the second level of the heavens, and that the main building Angkor Wat, the biggest religious complex in the world. The second walkway of Angkor Wat, 350 meters long. Angkor Wat was built with 12 towers, representing the 12 months of the year. Now the main building, 5 towers still intact. And look at the form of the towers, look like the lotus. In Hindu, the lotus represented to the universe. The original name Parama Vishnu Loka that refer to the universe of Vishnu. This terrace, the terrace for the offering for the king Suryavarman II. He put all this offering on the shrine, then he faced to the west. After that, he offered this offering to Vishnu. That very long walkway of Angkor Wat on the west, you can see the broken towers of the main entrance on the west. Along the walkway, they decorated with the lions and the naga. The lion and the naga, the symbolic the power and the god of the temples. All of them been defaced. The very long gallery of Angkor Wat. The first gallery of Angkor Wat, 187 meters by 215 meters. The biggest religious complex in the world, the biggest Hindu temple of all the temples in the world. The door frame. The perspective of the door frame, it looks like a mirror that give optical illusion. The first door frame, the biggest, it getting smaller to the small at the end. And also all the door frames decorated with the apsara, the lady dancer. You can see the row of the columns, 1,532 columns, all of them straight in line. Also, you can see the red color on the columns. The red color painted in the 16th century after the temple converted to be Buddhist. In this second gallery also you can see a small wooden shrine, all the offering on the shrine, and the Buddhist monk sitting for the blessing, for the spiritual cleansing, because the local they still believe the offering still bringing, they still ask the Buddhist monk to give them the blessing. You can see that Buddhist monk giving the blessing to this beautiful lady. Second gallery full of Buddhist statue in the 16th century. 1,000 Buddhist statue been placed in the second gallery, and now about 50 left. Most of them headless. A lot of vandalism and looting in the wall. The Buddhist statues sitting there, you can see all of them headless because of they beheaded. Amazing statues still there, but the head's gone. The two buildings in the book they call library. Library refer to the storehouse, where they kept all the bowls, the tray, the plate, the offering, which they could take out for the ceremonies in the temple. This is the third gallery of the temple. We call Prang Bakan. The stair to go to the third gallery very steep, 75-degree steps, 13 meters high and 37 steps. This third gallery been used by the king and royal family. Only the two prime priests could go up for the ceremony, the king and royal family. The wall of the second gallery decorated with the window frames, in the window frame with baluster and also beautiful apsara on the wall. On the pediment, on the lintels, they decorated with the Hindu mythology, especially everything related to Vishnu, because this is the temple dedicated to Vishnu. So everything been decorated. This open space before they had wooden structure covered on with the tile roof. Beautiful lady dancer that we call Apsara. More than 1,700 Apsara been carved on the wall of this temple. All of them different each other, from the hairstyles, the headdress, earring, the jewelry, the skirt, the necklace, the bracelet, all of them been decorated different. On the pediment, on the lintel, they always depicted about the Hindu mythology, especially about the Vishnu, about Vishnu himself, about the 7 reincarnation of Vishnu, about the 8 reincarnation of Vishnu, because this temple dedicated to Vishnu. The third gallery, the galleries we call Prang Bakan, the gallery for the king, the royal family. So now we're walking in to get in the third gallery of the temple, the third level of the temples, Angkor Wat, to check what inside there. Again, up on the third level, the third gallery of the temple, you can also see the door frame, look like mirror that give optical illusion. Also, they painted with red. The row of the columns really amazing. In the third levels, there are 4 water tanks that they keep the rainwater to use in this gallery. The rainwater believed the water from the heaven after the ceremony became holy, that they could drink to heal the disease. They brought home the midwife water to bathe to purify. Look up on the roof. Every corner of the roof, they carve like the snake that we call Naga. Always with multi-faces, multi-head, always with odd number, lucky numbers 3, 5, 7, and 9. And above the roof itself, you can see they tiled the roof. They carve like the skull of the dragon. The row of the columns straight in lines, always straight in line identity. you can see the reclining Buddha and the Buddha standing on the wall. The local, they still believe, you can see the candle being light up and the offering still there. The temple was built, there was a Vishnu statue because the temple dedicated to Vishnu. In the 16th century, they removed the Vishnu statue out and they blocked the wall of the central tower. Out of the wall that they blocked, they carved the Buddha for 4 directions. After they carved the Buddha for 4 directions, they put the reclining Buddha there. Now on the north and on the east, the reclining Buddha is still there, still intact. The local, they still believe, they still bringing the offering to these places every Buddhist holiday. The beautiful Apsara on the 3rd level. The most beautiful Apsara of all the Apsara in the places up on the 3rd level. Look at the crowns, look at the earring. All the jewels been decorated really different from the 1st and the 2nd level. Because the 3rd level, the level for the king and royal family. Special decorated with the Apsara, the beautiful carvings there. Unbelievable, more than 900 years old, still intact. The depth and the detail of the carving. Some places they are protected from all elements in very good condition. The beautiful Apsara unfinished. You can see the outline, the face is not really carved properly. Some part of the building also unfinished. That the Buddha sitting on the snake on the Naga with 7 heads. This Buddhist statue from the 16th century, from the period of King Ong Chandriji, between 1516 to 1566. After the temple converted to be Buddhist, they brought this Buddhist statue here. Look at the main entrance on the west. The main walkway, the main causeway across from one level of the heaven to another levels. In Hindu belief, 37 levels of heaven and 32 levels of the hells. And that the special decoration of the walkway to get in the 3rd levels. All these pieces of the roof made of big pieces of the stone. Just stuck it on and on. No glue, no cement. Then they carve everything in place. The first gallery 187 meters by 215 meters long. The relief on the wall 600 meters go around the first gallery, the longest bas-relief in the world. Inside the gallery, the road columns straight in line, and look up on the roof, you can see the ceiling. The pieces of the ceiling decorated with the lotus flower. The whole gallery about 600 meters go around, all been decorated with the ceiling like this. On this panel, they depicted about the Hindu mythology, about the churning the Milky Ocean between the demons and the gods to generate elixirs to drink to get immortality. The churning the sea of the milk took about 2,000 years, and Vishnu came out of the referee of the churning the sea to generate elixir to drink to get immortality. All these bas-reliefs on the wall decorated about the Hindu story, especially about the Vishnu, about Vishnu himself, about the 7 reincarnations of Vishnu, about the 8 reincarnations of Vishnu, about the king who practiced Vishnuism, all go around. These panels, the carving been carved in the 16th century, after the temple converted to be Buddhist. The depth and the detail not so good like the 12th century. You can see the lower quality of the carvings. We are on the back of Angkor Wat. You can see the towers pointing up very nice. The form of the tower like the lotus, and you can see 2 towers in the corner broken. Yeah. And that's the back entrance, the back walkway of the temple Angkor Wat. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.